What's up, Copy Squad? It's your boy Kyle Milligan coming to you live from Boca Raton, Florida in the meditation chamber. Today I'm going to tell you about how to make bank in any copywriting niche. Now, personally, I have gone basically from just starting writing copy in October of 2017 to grossing over $7.1 million in sales in 2018 and bringing in over 51,000 customers. And if you want to learn like how I do it, like my process, I would highly recommend you check out my latest video series, which is like a virtual shadow me while I write another hit sales letter. And that product will be available at kylethewriter.com/process. Okay, that was like the first time I ever remembered to do the pitch at the beginning of the video instead of just jumping into it. So basically where this question comes from, this topic of how to make $1,000, how to make bank in any copywriting niche comes from a question that I got via email about 5 a.m. this morning. And the question was about the new product I just talked to you about. And the question was like, okay, so you're doing this video walkthrough of you writing a sales letter. Well, will it work for me? I don't write financial copy. There's a couple things about that question that are very important that we need to address because it really speaks to what copywriting is, how it actually functions, and how you can use copywriting to make money in any single niche. Now, we do have some newcomers. This guy who emailed me is fairly new to the channel, and sometimes I forget to go back to the basics. New, easy, safe, and big. Okay, so copywriting is a language, and what I say is copywriting is a language that speaks directly to the emotional part of a customer's brain. Okay, the lizard brain, the croc brain, the emotional brain, all those things, right? And essentially what happens is you make decisions based on the emotional brain and then you justify on logic. There is a specific neuroscientist named Antonio Damasio who discovered through his patient named Elliot that when that guy's emotional center of his brain was damaged by a brain tumor, that guy was incapable of making decisions, even though the rational areas of his brain all functioned. He could do math, his memory worked fine, he was a completely rational human. He still couldn't decide how to organize the files on his desk because his emotional brain is actually the area of his brain where he makes decisions. That's why you have to speak a very certain way in order to trigger people to buy things. That's why copywriting is so effective. Because if you can learn to speak directly to the emotional brain, then you can make people buy pretty much anything, okay? But the thing is, nobody teaches you how to speak that language that goes to the emotional brain. They tell you features and benefits, features and benefits. Don't just tell them features, tell them the benefits. But the thing is that they're missing is sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. What works is that the benefits convey four specific. The benefits will work if they hit one of four emotional triggers. Either it's new, it's easy, it's safe, or it's big. Okay? So I wrote a whole book about this topic. Basically, these four emotions, if you can just hit these emotions, it will guide you to like sales riches and stuff like that, right? So back to the question. The question I got was like, so I put together this video series. Basically, it's a virtual thing where you can shadow me writing an entire sales letter from start to finish, right? And that's like my new product at kylethewriter.com/process. And the guy says, but I don't write financial copy because I work as a financial copywriter. Is like my 9 to 5, it's like my job. But I was like, bro, well, think about this. The sales letter that I'm writing for this video course is selling a book. The sales letter I wrote was selling a book, and the book is about copywriting. It's not even financial. So, I mean, that just kind of goes back to show like, well, first, the niche doesn't matter. I've never written to sell a copywriting book in my life, and I think my first attempt came out pretty damn good. If you want to see for yourself, it's available at kylethewriter.com/book. That's my sales letter. I'm going to show you how I wrote that. And I think it speaks also to the point that your niche does not matter. One thing matters, and that's speaking to these big four emotions: new, easy, safe, and big. And I'll recap very quickly how that looks. So in financial, what we do is we say we got a breaking opportunity, right? There's a chance to get super rich. It's super easy. All you got to do is just invest in this one tiny stock. You don't need a lot of money. It's only like a $10 stock, and you invest $2,000 and you'll make $1 million. Okay, something like that. All right, so new, easy, safe. Is it safe? Yes, it's safe because it's the newest, latest trend. It's already making people rich. And the last time we saw a similar trend, you got millionaires minted left and right. So it's a predictable thing that we've seen before. And is it big? Yes, it's huge. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is the only chance you'll ever get, right? So that's how we do it in the financial markets. That's how we do it with stocks and stuff like that, in the job that I work in. So I don't write financial copy. Will this work for me? Bro, it's new, it's easy, safe, and big is all you have to know, okay? So we'll look at the copywriting book that I'm writing and selling about in my sales letter at kylethewriter.com/book, which I'll show you how I wrote at kylethewriter.com/process. Matter of fact, I should probably, let me see if I can pull up like a notepad or something here. Oh yeah, I'm in the beta version of that, 60% off right now. I forgot to mention. It's 60% off, and it will only be 60% off until May 18th. So if you haven't looked into it or picked it up yet, you might be running out of time. You've already lost a day, and there's no telling when you'll see this. So you're already kind of running out of time on that. All right, cool. So the process, a draft by draft copywriting walkthrough, 60% off. It's in the beta mode. The cart will permanently close on May 18th. I'm shutting down the cart. No one else will be allowed in. You can check it out, kylethewriter.com/process. So anyway, what I was saying is there was this book. I'm writing a letter about a book selling copywriting. I've never done that before, but guess what? All I had to do was find out, how can I make it new? How can I make it easy? How can I make it safe? And how can I make it big, right? So for me, it is new. It's the only book out on the market speaking to copywriting as a language. And I think that's where people get tied up. They think their niche makes a damn. Your niche doesn't mean shit, okay? Your niche doesn't mean shit. Let me repeat for a third time. Your niche isn't worth a shit in this conversation. You can either speak the language of copy or you cannot. And I can't say this enough. It's either new, easy, safe, and big. The niche doesn't come into play. I saw an advertisement selling a new system for growing tomatoes faster than ever. And it's all self-contained. It's like a little tomato garden like in a box. And I was like, this person knows how to write amazing copy. You just water it once a week. It's all self-contained. It like irrigates. It does everything for you. And bam, you got tomatoes. That's copywriting. So for the book, it's new. It's the only book speaking to copywriting as a language. It's not a how-to. People think copywriting is a how-to, and that's why they think their niche matters. Your niche doesn't make a shit of difference. Okay? So it's new. It's a language. 2. Is it easy? Hell yeah. All I need to know is these big 4 emotions, and you can sell pretty much anything. Like I said, I saw someone make an excellent mail-in or a mail-in thing that I got in the mail, selling a tomato garden, like a self-contained tomato garden. It was fantastic. The niche doesn't matter. All right. So new, easy. Is it safe? Like, yes. All you need is case studies, proven results. Like, you need credibility to prove it's safe. For me, I can easily just drop the numbers, man. In 2018, I brought in $7.1 million in sales. I worked with Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. I worked with James Altucher, the author of Choose Yourself. I worked with Jim Rickards, author of Death of Money and Currency Wars. I worked with a bunch of other people too. And I worked at one of the best copywriting places in the world, Agora Financial. So, boom, credibility. That's easy. You know, like, I'm a credible source, so it's a safe offer, right? You're not going to get ripped off. You're not getting scammed by some here today, gone tomorrow marketer. Is it big? So 4, is it big? Hell yeah, dude. Copywriting is like the smoothest, smartest way to like make infinite income. Basically, once you write a hit sales letter, you just keep sending it until it stops making money. And like I say, that can basically be infinite income. So, I mean, that can change your life, right? Learning how to write like this instead of trying to piece it together, like, oh, I gotta write this, and then I gotta write that, and then I gotta write this line. Oh, now I gotta trigger urgency, or now I gotta do this or do that or influence. Or no, dude, it's new, easy, safe, and big. Okay. And if you want to see how I personally implement new, easy, safe, and big, if you want to virtually shadow me from the start of a sales letter to the completion of a sales letter, then you should go to kylethewriter.com/process and check out that page and check out that offer. One of the things that the guy that emailed me brought up was like, there's no objections copy on there. I actually don't really care to put up like a big sales letter for that product right now. The proof is in the pudding sort of thing. Like I say, if I write a sales letter, right, and it makes a bunch of money, then I've kind of already proven the results. If my sales letters, my front end sales letters, right? So my book is technically a front end offer. My book is only $12 at this time, at this moment. Not doing any specials or anything weird with it. So right now my book is $12, okay? So that makes it a front end offer. It brings you into the funnel, and you can monetize the back end with the video series or something like that, right? So my front ends in 2018 brought in 51,000 customers. So what would 51,000 customers do for you and your business, right? That's the question. Do I have to sit here and go over the objections with you? Do I have to run through anything else? Dude, here's the process that I use to bring in over 50K human beings into the business. Like, I'm not going to sit here and deliberate like pros and cons. Not especially for the price tag I got it right now. If you notice, it's 60% off for the new beta people coming in. So you're definitely welcome to check it out. Right now the price tag is $800, but only until May 18th. You've already lost a day if you're watching this live, and if you're not watching this live, you've probably lost even more time, and then the doors will close, right? It'll never be offered at that price again. I just want to kind of put that out there. But I think it's really important to say that, like, your copywriting niche, it doesn't matter, man. What matters is that you understand that copywriting is a language. And it doesn't matter, like, you should never listen to someone who's like going to tell you what to say. Like, this is what you got to say to sell something. No, it's not what you say, it's what you communicate. And just like a language, okay, if I'm translating from Spanish to English, or let's do something a little more different, like, because there's some similarities in those two. If I'm translating from like German or Russian to English, a lot of things aren't direct translations. I know that I can communicate something like, I want to go get a sandwich. All right, maybe you say it, like, there is probably not a direct communication where like there's a translated word for I, and then want, and then to, and then to go, and then get a sandwich, right? It's probably like a different phrase. I don't know those other languages, but a lot of times when you're doing translations, there isn't a literal direct translation like that because they speak differently. It's the same thing for the language of copywriting. You don't say exactly this line of words and get this exact implication. It's about what you communicate. If I want to communicate, I want to get a sandwich in English, that's how I say it. And maybe in German or Russian, we say it differently, but it communicates the same idea. Oh, we're heading to McDonald's, right? That's at the end. That's what's going to happen, right? Or a burger if it's not a sandwich and I said McDonald's. So, but that's the same thing with copywriting. It doesn't matter what the hell you say, as long as you communicate that it's new, it's easy, it's safe, and it's big. You have the secret solution. You have the mechanism that solves all the problems. You have that like powerful, big, needle-moving solution that'll like take the needle from here and like pow, turn it all the way over there for your prospect's life. Once you understand how to unlock that language, bro, you can sell tomato gardens. Like, I don't care about your niche. Like, that doesn't matter, all right? In copywriting, it's a language. You can speak it or you cannot. If you want to watch how I put together a sales letter, how I gather the raw materials and formulate all this stuff into a cohesive letter that sells people, and the way that I do that, my process for creating these things, these assets that bring in hordes of customers, I suggest you check out kylethewriter.com/process before this sale ends. All right, so cool. I'll bring it up one more time for you. Here's the notepad. It's called The Process, a draft by draft copywriting walkthrough. It's 60% off the full price for the beta right now. It's only 30 days, but that's basically, we lost a day already because it closes May 18th, and it permanently closes May 18th, shutting down that cart. So after that, you won't have another opportunity to get in at this price ever again. It is 60% off, okay? And again, I mean, long story short, sales letters are basically an opportunity at infinite income, dude. Write one sales letter, and then you just send it, and send it, and send it, and send it. Not to mention there's some other cool bonuses in there, like I'll basically show you how I like what letters I emulated, how I emulate them. There's videos of me breaking those down, videos of my research process, and then there's also bonus videos showing like how I went through like some tips for Facebook compliance and stuff like that. Again, this is all a steep discount. Marvetta says, hello there, Kyle. You're a busy guy. Love listening to you. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate the support. I am busy. I'm actually absolutely exhausted right now. I've been trying to juggle multiple jobs, basically. I got my own job, my own business, I guess you'd call this, side hustle. I got my job, and every day for about 35 to 40 minutes, I have to get on the HostGator customer support line and yell at the customer support people because my email takes 10 minutes to open. And I'm basically running an email business. I got to email people and let them know that these offers are available, and then I can't open my emails. So that's my life right now. But yeah, okay. So basically, let's summarize really quick. When it comes down to making bank in copywriting, your niche is not a concern. What really matters is that you speak the language of copywriting. And in order to communicate the language of copywriting effectively, it isn't a direct translation. Copywriting is not a how-to. There is no like A to B or A to A translation or whatever. It's like you have to communicate certain things. And no matter what your niche is, there is some way to communicate these things. And once you understand the process for unearthing that information and really digging into how best to communicate that with your audience, I mean, unlimited potential, unlimited income, unlimited financial, like the sky is the limit, all right? So if you're interested in that, check out kylethewriter.com/process. Check it out. It's like basically getting virtually to being able to virtually shadow me while I write another hit letter, another sales letter from start to finish, okay? Thanks so much for tuning in. Let me see if I got any questions or anything. Nope, that'll do it for today, I think. Feel free to send me any questions or anything like that. I'm happy to answer them. I might write a little bit more on that sales page just to kind of give a little more insight into what the product is, especially for people who are new to the channel, who don't see me talk every day and understand my entire process. Maybe I need to build a little bit more rapport with them. We'll see. But yeah, kylethewriter.com/process. Thanks so much for tuning in, and peace out, Copy Squad.